could really play.
No. He can't even be Shakur.
What's Shakur lied to you?
You lost. I seen the videos.
You ain't seen my video.
Oh, I didn't.
Exactly.
I just see the video.
Exactly. What would happen?
Boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done. So it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is world champion.
Terence Crawford talked to Devin Haney and said hurtful things about Shakur Stevenson. He caused a stir. Crawford also said that Stevenson is very dangerous because of how well he defends, and that not taking him seriously could have big effects in future games.
Your little brother, you know what I'm saying, Shakur, that's the fight. Everybody want to see that. That's the 50-50, I think, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because you're your man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur. People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fight.
Haney is one of the fighters Crawford said is afraid to face Shakur Stevenson because he is such a tough opponent in the ring.
You're here for your little brother this week, Shakur Stevenson. I've interviewed both of you for years, and you really have kind of built a relationship that a lot of people know about, and some people maybe don't. How good is Shakur Stevenson in your opinion?
He's not good, he's great. And I think tomorrow the world will take notice of how great he is. There's a reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that. Just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff. But they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era coming through.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on. You know, the toughness, the grit, the grind. Like, he's amazing, you know, and tomorrow he will show it.
How do you think it ends tomorrow night? Do you believe that Shakur Stevenson can stop Teofimo Lopez? Because people aren't really talking about that.
Listen, if T.O. get out of line, you know, he can get hurt, you know. But I see Shakur outboxing him to a decision, a unanimous decision.
Bud sees Shakur Stevenson's huge promise and praises his strategic thinking, technical skill, and boxing intelligence. He thinks Stevenson is a great fighter because he combines quick thinking with precise performance, making him a scary and well-known figure in the ring.
When I'm in there with Shakur, you know, it's just a chess match, you know, because Shakur is a thinking man as well. So it's definitely a chess match, and you know, that's something that, you know, I love, he loves, because now we got to be creative. We got to be, you know, we got to go in that bag and be like, man, I can't do this with him because it's not gonna work. So now I got to get more creative to get a little advantage over him, because we both competitive. Neither one of us want to let the other one get anything off. So, you know, that's probably what he...
Devin Haney said very clearly that he is going to fight Shakur Stevenson and that the fight is too important to miss. He talked about how much money is at stake and how fans are looking forward to the battle with great excitement.
A name without saying Shakur, Teofimo, Tank, right? It just is what it is. Is that fight going to ever happen? Would it ever happen against you and Shakur?
100%, yeah. I think so. I think it.
You think Shakur will grow into whatever weight you're in?
We're all of us is close to the same size. You know, we're all growing together. We're all like, you know, getting bigger. Well, so, and it's only so many guys, like y'all said. It's only so many guys that we could make big money and people want to see the fights. Which even though I know that they making new guys, it's guys like getting Kermel, Abdullah, all these guys want to come up too. So eventually they gonna be there too. But yeah, no, I think that a fight with Shakur is very much possible. We tried to make it happen a while back, but you never know. I think that
Shakur Stevenson and Terence Crawford talked briefly about Devin Haney on a recent podcast, focusing on respect, competition, and career viewpoint. Shakur made it clear that he was ready to fight anyone, even top fighters like Haney.
Fight whoever they put in front of me.
What, Devin Haney?
Whoever they put.
Talks between great fighters, on the other hand, are extremely hard because of issues like purse splits, TV rights, promotional politics, and, as history shows, management's desire to balance risk against profit. Stevenson has made it clear that he will only take fights that fit with his professional and financial goals. This may be why the Haney fight hasn't been announced yet. Some experts believe that the talks have stopped not because one side is scared, but because both sides want to reach a good deal. Those kinds of things often happen in big fights like these.
I try to be real careful on what I say.
True. This is guy Jay on Twitter. He a big Haney fan. He be always clipping and changing stuff, Jay.
Yeah, they gonna make a narrative as if like I'm scared of. I think Devin's a tremendous fighter. Do I think Devin Haney can beat me? Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm on a different level than everybody.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to boxing, because Devin, he's a boxer. It's not like he's a stone cold killer who's just gonna go in there and try to knock me the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's gonna outbox me. I'm the greatest boxer. How do you...
Crawford has a deeper connection with Stevenson than just observing them. He has often said nice things about Stevenson's technical skill and fighting IQ. Crawford has said before that Stevenson is unique because he can change his strategy during a fight. Fans didn't like Stevenson's more defensive or intellectual style, but Crawford stood up for him by saying that boxing is all about hitting without getting hit. This idea is widely linked to great people like Muhammad Ali.
Shakur, ain't nobody beat Shakur. I'm saying Shakur beat everybody. It don't matter who it is. Shakur beating them, so it don't matter. Shakur over everybody. And that's how it's gonna be. Man, that boy's special. That boy's special, man. Shakur's, you know what I mean, one of a kind. You know what I mean? He adapt to every fighter, and then once he adapt to you, it's a
Floyd Mayweather has publicly praised Shakur Stevenson many times, pointing out his skill and understanding of the ring. Mayweather has never said that Stevenson is the best fighter in his class, but he has often talked about how much better Stevenson is. Mayweather thought that Gervonta Tank Davis was the best puncher in his weight class, but Stevenson was the more polished and technically sound boxer. To put it another way, Davis has explosive speed. Mayweather's success has been built on accuracy, defense, and high-level boxing basics, just like Stevenson. Mayweather has liked Stevenson for a long time. Mayweather allegedly told Stevenson when he was young that he saw a lot of potential in him, and even said that Stevenson might be the fighter who could challenge or break some of his records.
You got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, you know, around that area. So, I mean, as of right now,
skills that pay the bills.
Well, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 would be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, I mean, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out.
Devin Haney is eager to live up to his reputation as a truly elite fighter. He knows that facing the toughest opponents is the only way to leave a legacy. Instead of protecting his record, Haney has made it clear that he wants to fight top fighters like Shakur Stevenson. Many fans think that this would be the fight of the decade. There's more to the race than just titles. It's a matter of honor, pride, and finding the best all-around boxer of our time. Haney thinks that beating Stevenson, a very good boxer who has never lost, will shut up people who don't agree with him that he is great. The fight is also very valuable financially and is watched around the world, making it one of the most awaited fights in modern boxing. As an example of how important Haney is in the division, other fighters are calling for big fights with him.
Fights are not possible. Would you be more inclined just to move up to 140?
Yeah, you know, if I can't get those fights next or it doesn't make sense for it to be next, I'll probably go to 140, test it out, see how I feel at the weight at 140, and then when the time is right, then, you know, I'll defend my belt at 135. We'll just see, though. I got to go back and talk with the team and see what makes the most sense. That's really all.
A fight between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson is becoming more likely, but there is still a big problem. Even so, both fighters are still in great shape and regularly show the hard work, preparation, and technical skill that makes them so hard to beat. Their most recent games and perfect records show how consistent and skilled they are at the highest levels of the sport. Haney has directly talked to Stevenson and said he is ready to fight with him. His words show that he is sure of himself and wants to take on big tasks that will help him leave a lasting legacy. At the same time, he recognizes Stevenson as a serious and dangerous rival.
Haney going to concede to that? I doubt it. So there's a major obstacle in the way. But nonetheless, as you watch these two fighters fight, you can clearly see, outside of cheating, they're more than likely not going to lose. Right? With that said, Devin Haney immediately responds to Shakur. Shakur responds to Devin. Right? Again, we had the initial four kings. It was Devin, Ryan, T.O., and Tank Davis, right? It was supposed to be the Four Kings 2.0, from the Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran.
Has also reacted to Haney's comments by saying that he is aware of the conversation and is ready for a possible future fight. Based on his answer, it's clear that he's not avoiding the game. He's just waiting for the right time to make it both competitive and profitable. This exchange between the two fighters shows that they value each other, and also shows the kind of strategic thinking that often decides big fights. The way they talk to each other shows that being a top boxer isn't just about skill in the ring, it's also about timing, negotiating, and planning for your career in the long run. Both fighters look focused and ready, as if they are carefully weighing the pros and cons of their move before making it.
For this, plenty of times, I asked them, do you feel like you're Wilfred Benitez? Because we had that Four King era, but nobody mentions Wilfred Benitez. And the fact remains is Wilfred Benitez beat Roberto Duran as well. And Roberto Duran is 1-4 against those guys. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard the first time. Outside of that, Roberto Duran, he lost he quit against Sugar Ray Leonard. He got knocked out brutally by Tommy Hearns. He got outboxed by Marvin Hagler and outclassed by Wilfred Benitez. Right? But he's overshadowing Wilfred Benitez. And I felt like these guys, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Tank, and T.O., overshadowed Shakur Stevenson. And now Shakur Stevenson has shined the light by dominating Teofimo Lopez.
In his most recent fight, Shakur Stevenson put on a great show against Teofimo Lopez. Boosie Andes, the trainer, stressed how outstanding the performance was. The most impressive thing about Stevenson was how he seemed to be able to box for long amounts of time with only one fully engaged hand. Even so, he easily kept the fight under control. Shakur's sharp, accurate jab that was always in Lopez's face kept the fight close and moving quickly from the beginning to the end. Stevenson planned everything he did to reach a certain goal. Lopez was athletic and eager, but his footwork, timing, and defensive awareness showed that he was disciplined and smart enough for the ring. For a long time, some critics said Stevenson didn't have a good resume and had never fought a top-level opponent. This fight changed that story.
I see greatness, man. I see greatness. Shakur practically beat him with one hand, man. That jab, man. Most important hand you have, man. You know? And he looked good doing it, sharp. You know what I mean? Distance. He did everything, man. He did everything right, man.
A lot of people thought it would be a tough fight because T.O.'s athletic, T.O.'s experienced, he's fought on a high level. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they were critical of Shakur. Oh, he ain't fought nobody and this and that.
Yeah.
He made T.O. look like everybody else.
Made him look like an amateur. Made him look like an amateur. Yes.
Now, technically, what did you see? Right? Where did T.O. go wrong in that fight?
Where he did what wrong?
Yeah.
Fighting Shakur. That's where he went wrong. Fighting Shakur. I knew he just running his mouth. He just was talking, man. I knew that from the beginning, even the time when he...
Even though his left hand was a little hurt, Shakur Stevenson was in charge of the whole fight from beginning to end. He mostly relied on his jab, always pushing it out while only using his left hand, sometimes because it hurt. Bocianis pointed out that Stevenson could have asked for a halt if he really wanted one, but he chose to fight smartly, putting control and accuracy ahead of taking unnecessary risks. More than just technical skill was shown in the act. It showed ring smarts, patience, and the ability to stay calm under pressure. Stevenson changed his plan, took care of his injuries, and kept beating his opponent in terms of speed, footwork, and knowledge of the defense. Fans in Philadelphia and around the world saw a technical show that solidified his place as one of boxing's best rivals.
Yeah, Shakur knows you could have got stoppage too, but Shakur hurt his left hand. His left hand was hurt. If you notice, he was using that jab a lot.
Yeah, jab and then the hook.
And he threw the left hand every now and then. Because I was screaming out. Everybody said they heard me in Philly.
Yo, we could hear you on the TV.
Yeah, that's my young buck. You know what I mean? And I was telling him, throw that straight left hand. Then I noticed when he did throw it, he wasn't throwing it real hard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But he looked spectacular, man. You know what I mean? You can't ask for nothing more, man. And with me, I don't care about what people say, man. They always want to talk about you and say, oh, he should have did this, should have did that. He did everything that he was supposed to do, and he did it right.
Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney's possible fight has become one of the most talked about fights in boxing. Fans are excited because both athletes are very skilled, quick, and clean in the ring. Stevenson is famous for how well he defends and how accurate he is. While Haney relies on timing, footwork, and smart combos, their different styles make the game unpredictable, which makes it even more exciting. Fans and onlookers are still talking about who would set the pace and comparing how they did in the past. Every exchange has the power to change the flow, and even small mistakes can have big effects. The fight would have big effects on pride, ranks, and the sport's history for a long time to come.
So it's like maybe something that Devin can definitely go out up there with ease, only need to deal with the size, but he's probably going to have the speed advantage because he's a smaller guy coming up. So, I mean, you tell me, do you feel like that's going to be harder than the Lomachenko fight?
No. I think Loma probably be his hardest top 2 or 3 fights in his whole career. I could predict that even going to the end, you know, to say if Devin fight 8, 9, 10 more years, that'd be one of his top 2 or 3 hardest fights because the age that he fought him. Loma was at his very peak. He was at his peak. He was older. He was right there at his top peak.
Would you like Devin Haney to fight Shakur Stevenson next? Who would win if the fight took place?